Hi, it's Laura. I am coming to you on a very dark and stormy day to give you some more What Sold on Whatnot. This is from my evening show for Thursday, September 28th. It's super dark and gross out here. I am using natural light. Thankfully, in this instance, my phone is helping me out there. It's not always super helpful with my lighting, but today it is. I really didn't want to have to turn on all the real lights. It's too hot. Anyway, so been experimenting doing a second show on Thursdays. Do the first show in the morning as usual, and now because I already have the setup all done, I do a second show at night. This was my third time doing that. The first time went well. The second time did not. And this is my third time, and it actually went pretty well. So yesterday morning, which I've already probably reviewed in my previous segment of this video, however I do it. Yesterday morning was $233 in sales for 14 items with an average order value of $16.64, which is kind of high for me on Whatnot, so that was nice. And then yesterday evening, trying to navigate my thing here and it's not helping me. Yesterday evening was not terrible, $215 in sales, which was good. 19 orders, so my average order value was low. It was $11.31, but I did have multiple like $5 items in there, and some of them were just things I got for free from the attic haul. Some of them were maybe things that had a little bit of an issue. So I'll go over all of it with you now while I wrap it up for shipping. In my show last evening, the majority of my buyers were return customers, which was nice. And I did get a lot of people popping in who knew me, and they're like, "Well, it's so weird seeing you at night." So that was fun. That was nice for me. So let me go ahead and get right into the first one. So this first one, this sold for $10. This is this little cheerleader skirt. I think it's handmade. I don't know if it's vintage at all. Like maybe somebody made it in the 80s. I have no idea, but it's adorable. It's great for Halloween. It sold for $10 to a return customer. So that was really nice. So let me just get this all folded up. I did have to quickly repair the little like hook and eye closure in the back, which I did right before filming this video. Because I was about to film it and then I was like, I forgot to fix the skirt. So quick, I did it. Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to fold the skirt in quarters or thirds, and I'm going to try to go with thirds because quarters is just weird. There we go. Okay. Take that hair off. Now I need to find where all my poor little poly mailers went. Everything is a very massive disaster here. Oddly matching the weather outside, which is also a giant disaster. There are flash flood warnings here in New Jersey and New York City. New York City, the subways are like flooding. I mean, flooding like just water pouring down the stairs into the subway platforms, pouring through giant vents and things. It's crazy. I've only seen videos. I have not experienced it firsthand. All right, let's see. That was number one. Number two, single item order from a return customer for this jacket. So this jacket's adorable, but it has some issues I just didn't notice when I bought it. It's missing a button up here. It looks like it's missing a button here, except it's not, because that's supposed to have like a belt that goes across. There's no belt. But worst of all is that there are paint spots on parts of the jacket. So I sold it for $5. I think honestly that I either, like, that might be around what I paid for this jacket, but it was one of those things, like I just didn't see the flaws, and you know, my alternative was basically to donate it, which is probably where it would have been headed. I might have tried to get the paint off, but I just hadn't tried to deal with it yet. And you know, I've spoken about enough, I think, how overwhelmed I'm getting with the amount of inventory that I'm bringing in to do these Whatnot shows. So, you know, sometimes I am definitely all down for trying to repair or restore things, but also sometimes I do not want to. I got a really pretty sweater dress last week. I think I paid like $6 for it, something like that. And I knew it had a small moth hole in it. Didn't seem like a big deal. But then when I got home, I noticed this like much larger patch of very tiny moth holes. I mean, it looked like paint splatter. They were just like all up this one spot. And I just couldn't bring myself to deal with it. You know, so it's getting donated. I can't. It's too much. Overload. All right. And if I didn't say, I said that was $5, right? Yeah. So let's see. And especially for return customers, like cool, even if that's all you get is a $5 thing, that's cool because you came back. I super appreciate it. So it's always good times. Now this next order is 4 items, and she is also a return customer. So let's see. We've got this cutie patootie little Y2K tank top. This was, I want to say $5. Yeah, $5 for this cutie. And I was pumped because she got several of these Y2K pieces that I think are really cool, but they haven't been getting too much attention. And so I've been feeling like it was a mistake for me to get these because I just don't necessarily have that audience. I do think that it's more likely for that audience to show up for me in the evening shows than my morning shows. But, you know, again, we're playing around with it. We'll see. I also, you know, I've said that before. Like, I feel like there are obviously people who are like Y2K diehards, but then there are also people like me who appreciate Y2K while also being a lover of the quote unquote true vintage. What am I doing? I just closed up this poly mailer for the one item because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, let's open that back up again. I'm gonna put you over here, my friend, and try not to waste you. Okay, tank top, number 1. Pay attention. Laura, pay attention, Laura. All right, that was $5. Number 2 is this pair of pants, which was $15. Really adorable. Very low rise, flare, stretch pants. So cute. So she's got those. I'm very excited about. I want to do like fancy folding. And I gotta get these stupid plastic poly mailer strips. Rizzo, my cat, likes to eat them. Skibbs likes to eat them too, actually. So, and both of them are really good at like hunting them out of the garbage can. It's weird. All right, that's not gonna work out for these pants. Let's do this. So I can't really just throw them in my little wastebasket. I have to make sure that I collect them and go put them in the kitchen trash can, which has the lid. So, all right, pants. Little cami, 1, 2. The next thing she got was this adorable little halter top. Also a Y2K piece. This was $10. And it's, you know, you can't tell the halter apart, but it's there. And the colors are amazing. It's super fun. I mean, it's just like a, you know, little Y2K brand, whatever that is. Doesn't matter. Super cute. Goes great with the pants, in my opinion. I haven't like tried it on together, but it looks like it would go great with the pants. Color-wise, for sure. So cute. And I was very excited she got that. And then her 4th item, which was one of the $5 items, I believe. Yeah. Was this little blouse, which came from the attic haul. It was white, and I dyed it pink because like it just wasn't getting, you know, like it was grimy looking, you know, even with all the stain treatment and everything, it wasn't really returning to her, you know, sparkling former self. So she got a little dye job. We all love a little dye job, and thought it was a cute little blouse. So $5. And let's see, fold that up. Now, I think I can actually get these. This is what I love. She got 4 items, but they're still like so compact and slim. So I think I can get them into this poly mailer that I've already sealed. So let's see if we can do this without getting the sticky part all over the clothes. Let's see if we can manage this. Yay, it looks like we're doing okay. All right. to itself. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I'm not sure. These seals undo themselves like fairly easily, which sometimes I'm very grateful for, but also then it makes me worry when they're in transit. But these are fine. I mean, obviously it gets stuck in something else before I actually mail it. Okay, my next item is another return customer. She purchased this shirt for me, which I'm very excited about because I think this shirt is so fucking cool. And nobody was paying it. It's been in like multiple shows at this point. I sold this for $15 also. It does have a discoloration on the back, which of course, you know, I disclosed. So I'm very happy to be sending this off to someone. And she said that she collects old Contempo casual pieces, so it's just extra fun to be able to do that. So I'm gonna do that, and then of course I'm gonna like every time for the next 74 years when I see Contempo casual, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I wonder if she would like this. And I'm not even saying that as like a salesperson. I'm saying that as like, you know, like I legitimately like this particular person. She also runs a shop, and you know, just somebody that you know, connect with, and it's like, yay, I found a thing that she likes, that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, so cute. All right, let's see. Next was a new to me customer, and she purchased one skirt from the attic haul for $5. So she got a great deal from me, and hopefully she becomes a return customer. We'll see. But adorable little, you know, it's so gross outside. Okay, let's see. Let's get this all folded up nicely. I can't get this to meet up the way that I would like it to. Hold on one second. Also, my back is killing me from all of this bending and folding and crouching, and it's not enjoying all of this low table activity. All right, and not my best work, but it gets the job done. All right, let's see. I've had a hard time like motivating this morning, and after these shipments, I do have 2 Etsy items that I also have to ship, which I'm very grateful to have because Etsy and eBay have been incredibly slow lately. So we won't even talk about Depop. Depop's been Depopping, you know. All right, let's see. Next is another return customer. She purchased 2 items from me. These are both items that I pulled off of Etsy and eBay. So this skirt is first. I don't remember what I had this on Etsy for. I went through and pulled a bunch of older, stale inventory that's been sitting around for a while, and either that I'm sick of looking at, or just that like on eBay, it's easier to see how long you've had it listed. So I think that this dress, at least since 2021, maybe 2019, but I think 2021 on this one. And the skirt, it's harder to see because I've been, on Etsy, I've been like, after it's renewed 3 times, which is a year, I will copy the listing and like sort of put it back up as a new listing and delete the old one, so I can't see the original date that I put it up. So anyway, I don't remember how long I've had this, but it's been a long effing time. So that skirt sold for, that went for 10, and the sweater dress went for 20. This I had up on eBay. It's a Lands, this guy, one of those sweater dress. It's beautiful. I don't know why it's not getting attention on eBay, but you know, that's how stuff goes. Like, stuff doesn't always get the attention that we think it deserves. That is just resale. So I was happy to be able to get some movement on older inventory and get some sales. So let's get this wrapped up pretty. trying to like refold it, following the lines that I had before, and then not necessarily the easiest thing to do, but we're giving it a shot. Come here, belt. All right, there's that. That. I need my lint roller. I don't even know where it is. No, hold on one second. No. It's here somewhere. There it is. Hello, lint roller. It's actually probably a little bit sticky enough to do this. Okay. All right. Not the favorite fold job again, but it's functional, so. All right, there, and then this. Now, one moment. I actually probably have poly mail. Well, here, like this. Because these were already in my inventory system, they've been sitting in some poly mailers. So I'm gonna try and make sure I reuse them. Although, this is gonna be, I think we can do this. It's gonna be a squeeze, but again, you know, putting it in a larger one just seems like such a waste of the larger one. Let's see if I can do this like this. This might be a little bit better. If I wrap it up in there, I can kind of, you know, you squeeze it all to get it in there, and then it's not bunching up underneath itself as you squash it in there. Yeah, this is fine. Yay. Hey. And you can see, there she is. All right. That next. Next was a customer who purchased 2 items. It is a new to me customer. The first item is this wool buffalo plaid dress for 15 bucks. So that was fun. It's a really cute dress. Oh my God, my back. So let's see. That is my hold music. Like instead of singing the Jeopardy song, I sing the girl from Ipanema. I need to lint roll, and my lint rollers, there we go, baby girl. There we go. And after I do all of my shipping, I need to go pick up some medication for my cat. I suppose, it's weird, because like now we have these flood warnings. I'm like, maybe I should not go drive through the flood warnings. But also, it's Friday, and I don't want to go on the weekend, for sure. I'm also kind of considering there's a Goodwill outlet in the vicinity of the vet that we've been using lately. And I've been talking about giving the Goodwill outlet another try, and I'm like, you know, maybe like since I'm already going to be in the vicinity, maybe I'll pop over, and if it doesn't look insane, you know, give it a shot, go inside. But then another part of me is like, it's like kids are going to be getting out of school, and they're probably like, that's my assumption, is that like all the high school kids are going to the Goodwill outlet. No idea. I literally have no idea. I'm making up all sorts of stories about, oh yes, yeah, kids there. All the teenagers are getting out of school and going to the outlet and being obnoxious. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. All right, anyway, so there's that dress for 15 bucks. And then the second item that she purchased is this a top for 5 bucks. It's a little French Connection. I think part of the reason I priced it low was A, because I could, you know, but secondly, the tag looks older, but like this looks like 70s-ish to me. This looked more 90s and this was weird. So I was feeling conflicted about how to describe it and all that stuff. Like when I bought it, I was just psyched because the tag was cool. And then I got home and I was like, what am I doing with this? Like, you know, a lot of times it's not that it's not a cool item. It's just that, you know, I don't know, if it's not my particular aesthetic as much, or I feel like it's less cool because it's a later era or whatever, then I get all weird about it. Anyway, $5. So she purchased 2 items for $20, and she's a new customer, so hopefully she loves it and comes back. Let's see if we can, once again, get these all into their little bag without being strange and squashed. I didn't really fold the dress to the right size. So let's see if I can fix that. All right, a little bit better. There we go. There we go. All right, kids, let's get this in here. Anyway, so had a hard time motivating this morning, could not get myself to do anything. I finally got my ass up and did some yoga and took a shower and ate some lunch and felt better. And now I'm doing this. I didn't close this one up. These older poly mailers that I used have much stronger adhesive. So if you oopsie and like it sticks to itself, you're done. That's it. It's sticking to itself. The new ones have a much, the adhesive is much easier to pull off if it sticks to itself. All right, next one is another repeat customer for me. I like her a lot. I've purchased from her. She's also a seller. I've purchased from her before. She's purchased from me several times. We chit chat online and stuff, so she's cool. And she got this, which I've had up on Etsy for a while. I got this in like June of 2020, so it's been about 3 years that I've had it. She paid $15 for this. I feel like I had it on Etsy for either $39 or $49. I can't remember. One of those two. And I got this, you know, I mean, I got just like such a gigantic hoard of all sorts of these kind of polyester novelty things. So it's definitely not a thing that I'm losing money on, even if you consider what I originally paid. So this thing was in my Etsy shop. I've had this for a very long time. I love this vest. It's really cute, right? Look at the tag. It's got a hot dog tag. I definitely paid too much money for this when I got it originally. Like, I feel like I paid $10 for it. And, you know, like I remember, like, I just couldn't resist the hot dog tag. Honestly, that's what it was. Stupid hot dog tag. But, you know, so I hesitate. I was like, I don't know, whatever. I had it on Poshmark. I think I had it on Depop. I had it ultimately this time on Etsy, but on Etsy, I had finally modeled it for the photos, but I didn't have it styled well at all. Like at the time that I photographed it, I just didn't have something cool to style it with. And you know, I don't like to pull out other listed inventory because just, again, I got to like fold it all back up and everything. It's just an ordeal. So I was trying to use what I already had out, and it's just been sitting for a long time. She paid $15 for it, which is great. I had it, I'm sure, at like $39, $49, something like that. And actually, I saw another seller that I follow on Instagram, and she has like a very groovy 60s kind of following. She had a very similar one that she had listed way more than I had mine for. And so taking a cue from that, I think I had increased my price on Etsy. But again, my photos weren't the best. So I'm happy to see it go, and I'm happy to see it go to a customer that I really like. So, so that's exciting. So that's that, and I sold it for $15. So All right, the next item is to a new to me customer. She got this adorable little 90s romper from the Limited, and it was, I don't know if it was it was $10. I sold it for $10. What? I was wondering if it was 15 or 20 back then. I sold it for 10. I know if I sold it for 10, that means I didn't pay a huge amount of money for it, but still, it's so cute. Although it's fall and it's a, very summer romper, and she was saying she's going to style it like with some tights and Doc Martens. It'll be adorable, so that's fun. Happy about that. Let's get that put away. Come on, fold up pretty, please. And then I have one more package, but that one more package has 4 items in it, so that's nice. Boop. Okay. Oh no, I dropped that on the floor. All right, let's see. So, first item is, this is a return customer, so they've purchased from me in the past. I've got this dress, green velvet dress, and it sold for $15. I'm gonna fold that up nicely. My little things are gonna be out of order. They are out of order already. All right, let's see. Let's fold you up nicely, my friend. So I actually have a shipping table that I don't really use for shipping. I am not using it at this particular moment. I got it a few years ago. And when I was shopping for this thing, I bought it secondhand from like somebody on Craigslist or whatever. I wanted something that was like waist height for me, right? And so right now, I will tell you that I'm using like an antique ironing board as my table, which is it's got to be at least a foot shorter than what I'd like it to be. Yeah, it's like 14 inches shorter, lower than I would like. And I have the same problem with my kitchen counters and sink, like the sink especially. The counters are probably easier to manage, and it's just this bending constantly. And like, I know I'm tall, but I don't feel like there's a lot of people that are, it's not like everybody else is 5'2" and I'm 5'11", you know? All right. And my back is just killing me, and I want something that's taller, but all the like counter level things are too short. It's very frustrating. Anyway, this robe, little Vanity Fair piece, I sold this for $10. The only thing that was problematic with this one was when I got it, it didn't have a belt. So I cut the hem off and turned the hem into a belt. So the hem, it had like a finished hem. So when I cut that off, it made this nice little, belt. It does have like a frayed edge, but it stays in place. And then I re-hemmed the bottom, not very professionally because I am not good at it, but this is how it looks, right? So it's like not great, but it's functional and it's on the floor. So who's looking? And now it can be worn. So it's great. So now I have to fold up this slinky robe so it's not being all weird and that it looks pretty. So yeah, the amount of time it took to do that was probably too much time for me to charge $10 for, but that's okay. This is one of those things that, like, had I taken more time to think about the original purchase, I might have gone like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to deal with that. But in my head, in the 2 seconds in the thrift store, I was like, oh, easy peasy. I'll just cut the hem off and re-hem it. Easy peasy. That hem took so long to redo for me. Because again, I am not a seamstress. The type of hem I was going for is not at all what I resulted in doing. But it's done. It's going to be going to a home. She was very excited about it, so I'm very excited. And we saved a piece of vintage and a piece of clothing and all of the good stuff. did a mediocre job in folding it. That's okay. She will probably forgive me. Next up is a little, nope, not that, Laura. A little velvet bodysuit, which I think I also did for 10. Yep, $10 for this velvet bodysuit. Adorable. I'm saying velvet, it's probably more velour. I did that last night too. Yeah, so we got this. Let's fold this bibby up. Oh, another uneven folding job. What am I doing? All right, there we go. Bodysuit. And then finally, she got this leather jacket, and she paid $20 for this, which is a fantastic price and a great deal for her on the shipping too, because I think, you know, the shipping is capped out at $8.35. This will all still come out to less than 5 pounds. So there's no addition, like I cover any shipping over the $8.35, but I don't think that that should be an issue here. So I'm gonna put this all back together. This leather jacket was listed on Depop maybe. Had it up for ages. I think I had it at like 60 or 80 bucks, which on Depop included shipping. But it was sitting, you know, so she's thrilled to get it. She was excited about this as well. I'm thrilled to have it go, A, to somebody who appreciates it, B, someplace that's not my house, C, have a little money coming in from it finally. So that's good. Let's see if we can get it in this. I feel like that's going to be a tight squeeze. Let's go giant poly mailer bag. It's a little crinkled, but that is okay. I feel like she will forgive me. And this was a repeat customer for me, so that's awesome as well. I'm going to get this put in here. So overall, definitely worth doing the show last night. And I think also worth backfilling the sold items from the morning show. I don't know that I'll always do that. You know, it ended up being a lot of work for me, but it did make me feel a little bit more confident about my inventory offerings for the evening show, and also helped me move out a couple of things that have been sitting around with me for a little bit too long. You know, little money flowing in, little stale energy flowing out, all of the above. All right, let's see. Can you? All right. Anyway, so that was all of that. Now I just need to go print my shipping labels and get everybody dropped off to the post office. These are a couple of pieces that I now have to put away again. They were pulled from my stale inventory, you know, from my existing inventory. All of my inventory is not stale. They've been sitting around for a while, so I thought I'd throw them up. So they all have to be put away, you know, folded, bagged, put back in inventory. So it's a lot of work to do that, but it is nice to kind of do once in a while when I feel like I'm a little short on inventory and or space. But it was a decent show. I'm happy about it. So thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you again shortly, I am sure. Thanks so much.